Tell me timeline. Where the stuff has come from the past to current. Back in 1948-1949, following the Arab-Israeli War, Nakba, the West Bank is occupied and later annexed by Jordan. The 1949 Armistice Agreement establishes the Green Line, separating the West Bank from Israel. On 1950s, the West Bank becomes part of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. Palestinians in the territory receive Jordanian citizenship. On 1964, the Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, is formed. In June 1967, following the Six-Day War, Israel occupied the West Bank and East Jerusalem. In December 1967, Israel initiates military administration of the territory, often referred to as the occupied West Bank or Judea and Samaria. On 1967 present, Israel begins constructing settlements in the West Bank, which are considered illegal by international law, a charge Israel disputes. On 1980, Israel officially annexes East Jerusalem. 1987-1993, the First Intifada, uprising, breaks out against Israeli occupation, starting in Gaza and spreading to the West Bank. On 1988, Jordan drops its legal and administrative claims to the West Bank. On 1993, the Oslo Accords are signed, creating the Palestinian Authority, PA, to provide limited self-rule in parts of the West Bank and Gaza. On 1995, the Oslo II Accord divides the West Bank into three administrative divisions: Area A, Palestinian Control; Area B, Joint Control; and Area C, full Israeli control. On 1990s present, continued expansion of Israeli settlements, checkpoints, and bypass roads. On 2005, the Second Intifada occurs, characterized by intense violence. On 2002, Israel begins building a separation barrier in the West Bank. The International Court of Justice later rules parts of it illegal. On 2005, Israel unilaterally withdraws settlers and troops from the Gaza Strip but maintains control over the West Bank. On 2006-2007, Hamas wins elections, leading to a split with Fatah and the separation of Gaza from the PA-controlled West Bank. On 2012, the UN upgrades Palestine to non-member observer state status, affirming its territory includes the West Bank. On 2016, UN Security Council Resolution 2334 declares Israeli settlements a flagrant violation of international law. On 2018-2020, the U.S. recognizes Jerusalem as Israel's capital and moves its embassy. The Abraham Accords normalize relations between Israel and some Arab nations. On 2023, significant escalation in West Bank raids and settler violence. Following the October 7 Hamas attack, Israel initiates Operation Swords of Iron in Gaza, leading to increased tensions and military actions in the West Bank. On 2024, the International Court of Justice, ICJ, releases an advisory opinion stating that Israeli occupation is unlawful and should end. And on 2025-2026, continued expansion of Israeli settlements in the West Bank. Reports indicate escalating violence and further fragmentation of the territory. And that's all of the timeline.